now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Cleveland Guardians. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Shane Bieber. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, this is a guy that usually turns in a very good outing. People like playing behind him. Everyone seems to be loose, and the offense tends to get going. So, you look at an opposing lineup, when they see him out there in the mound, they know that he's going to compete. They don't want to let him settle in. They want to try to knock him out, get into that bullpen before he gets real comfortable.
So digging in now for San Diego, Trent Grisham. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball there. And a pitch. Fastball right back to the mound. Over to first. That takes care of Grisham.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
Now the youngster Juan Soto. And that's in there for strike one. Do you love the Soto shuffle?
Yes, I do. I think it's a little flair, little flash at first, maybe seen as arrogant, but I think the talent backed it up and everybody was okay with it.
The 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and fires. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Machado. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. Right through there, got it. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Now the Guardians will get their shot, still scoreless. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the ballpark, and pitching in this game, Yu Darvish.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first, and now the first baseman, Josh Naylor. The wind to kick the pitch. And fouled off. Darvish, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a four-seamer, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally works in a splitter. Oh, look at the stop. To first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting second, the catcher, Mike.
Here's Mike Zunino. Chris, Yu Darvish debuted with the Rangers back in 2012. It's been a pretty successful big league career. He's been an all-star multiple times and a guy with all the pitch. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll circle the bases, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's Jose Ramirez. And Cleveland on top 1-0. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Grisham going back some more, and it hits the fence. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out, runner at second. Josh Bell at the plate now. That's ripped. Base hit. They're waving Ramirez home. He will score, and they take a 2-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Man at second with one away. Here's Andres Jimenez. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's gone. Home run. He muscles that one out the opposite way. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
One out, base is empty. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Rips one to right. And there's two away.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, Oscar.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Oscar Gonzalez.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham makes the play, and it's out number 3. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 4-0 ball game. New inning getting started. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Singing, you know, Xander Bogaerts is actually a twin. His twin brother Jair signed with the Red Sox initially and played a little bit in the Boston organization.
That's pretty cool.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Long run, nice grab. And a quick out, number 1.
That is it. The first baseman, number 9.
So up next, Jake Cronenworth. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
The designated hitter, Matt Carpenter.
Now it's Matt Carpenter.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves. This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You've got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They're down 4-0. Bottom of the second, and here is Ahmed Rosario.
The shortstop.
In an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines. Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And stepping in is the speedy Miles Straw.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So the lineup flips over, and now it's Josh Naylor. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to roll to the wall.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. That does it for Yu Darvish, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Brent Honeywell Jr. on a pitch out of the pen here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's the catcher, Mike Zunino. To the right side, fair ball. Naylor rounds second on his way to third. And he's got a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it's gone. The Rockets 1 to right, and they add to the lead. It's 9-0.
Came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. Line drive. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Lined into left center, base hit.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. He's 0 for 1. That one is absolutely belted. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. They add on as the run scores all the way from first. It's 10-0.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
That's hard hit on the line. Dahl makes the grab. That's out number 2.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Singled and scored his first time. This one smoked out to left. And that is that. So in the end, 10 men come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. We head on now to the top of the third. Guardians 10 and the Padres nothing. On to the third inning, and now it's Austin Nola.
The catcher.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Tap softly to the right side. To first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 8, the second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim.
Ha-Seong Kim, the next up for the Padres. Kim in his 3rd season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he's a native of South Korea. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Next offering is in for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
David Dahl in the box now. No balls and a strike. Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one. On the ground right side. Jimenez throw to first. And that'll do it. 9 straight retired here to start the game. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Guardians 10 and the Padres nothing. And welcome back as we go to the last of the third. And now the center fielder, Miles Straw. Honeywell back to work. Line drive, base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here's Josh Naylor, 1 for 2. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Zunino.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Mike Zunino. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Guardians really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
And he's in safely at third. A run comes in on the play.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding a hole in the defense.
Ryan Weathers on to pitch here.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered here in this one. Base hit and a run in to score. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's Josh Bell. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat. Opposite field knock.
Line drive to short and caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Ramirez coming home. 1 run is in. Bell around third. Kim with a relay throw. Not in time. He's safe as 2 runs score on the play.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Runner at third with 1 gone. Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. That was a moonshot, and they add to their lead. It's 17-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
So the Padres with a new arm in the mound, Domingo Tapia.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 1 out, nobody on. So in now for Cleveland, Ahmed Rosario. That one ripped. Lays out and makes the play. This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the play is because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
Next to hit, Miles Song. Out there to center. Grisham makes the catch. That is the inning. The final damage here, they bat around. 10 come to the plate, 7 runs on the board. On to inning number 4. Guardians on top, 17-0. Here in Cleveland, start of the 4th. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham.
The wind of the pitch. That's in there. That's strike one. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Fought off foul. The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The Padres yet to pick up a hit here. In the air, left side. Oh, he gloves it.
The third baseman, number 13.
And now it's Manny Machado. Caught looking his first time up. Chris, Machado is a guy who impacts the game with his bat. He's got big-time power. But what about the defense? He hasn't only won a gold glove, multiple gold gloves, but he's also won a platinum glove as the best defender at any position in his league. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
And one thing about Machado is that he's always been great defensively. It's not something that came along later after he established his bat. The defense was there from day one.
Next offering is fouled back. Kicks and deals. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
The punch out there, and the Padres waste a chance. So 2 down now, and here is Jake Cronenworth. Grounded out his first time. Going 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him, gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
That takes care of Cronenworth, and that is that. Padres leave a pair. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Josh Naylor.
The first baseman, Josh Naylor.
And a pitch. There's a swing and a drive. Out of here. That one felt good, and they add on. It's 18-0.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Mike Zunino digs in for the Guardians. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. The 0-1. That one drilled left field. And there's a hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And up next for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Dahl settles under this one. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Josh Bell getting ready to hit.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham trying to get there. 2 down. Throw, and it gets away. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. Solo shot for the Guardians this inning. We played 4. Back after this on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. So here's the Padres DH, Matt Carpenter. And the right-hander back to work. Found back our way, and that's out of play.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Ramirez settles under it, hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Austin.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Nola. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Puts it away for the out.
The batter number 7, second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim.
So digging in, Ha-Seong Kim struck out swinging his first time. In the air, left field. Kwan settles underneath it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the inning, stepping up for the Guardians, Andres Jimenez.
For the Guardians, the second baseman,
The right-hander back to work. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double, 3rd hit for him today. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and the lead continues to grow. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So man aboard, and up next for Cleveland, Oscar Gonzalez.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Lined into right, and there's one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Grisham pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 7, Miles Straw.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. Swing and a base hit. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk
Now
it.
batting, first baseman.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's the Cleveland leader, Josh Naylor. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. 1 run across, Straw around third. He'll score as well, and they extend their lead. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Nabil Prismac takes over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Mike Zunino. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning.
Make a great catch like that. It's all about timing the jump. His timing was perfect. Excellent grab, and he comes down with it. The inning is over.
Back here in Cleveland. Now it's the right fielder, David Dahl.
Right fielder, David
Dahl goes 6'1", 195 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Bounced up the middle to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Dahl on at first, nobody out. Next offering is fouled back. Check swing, now an appeal to third, and that's going to be ruled a swing. And now it's Juan Soto.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Kwan makes the grab, 2 down. Man at first. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado. Manny Machado, his brother-in-law, is former major leaguer Yonder Alonso. Both those kids grew up in Miami, and of course Alonso, a guy who ended up having a nice major league career. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. This one in the air, right field. Gonzalez moves under this one, and that's the third out. One error in the inning, but nothing more. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. The Guardians lead it 21-0. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 6th inning, leading off Jose Ramirez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
The pitch. Well struck right field. And that one's gone. Jose Ramirez bops one out, and they boost their lead. It's 22-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Next to hit, Josh Bell. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for three. The relay, and he's out easily.
The times that these guys take infield before ball games, they work on this play right here. And when it comes together perfectly, nice throw to the cutoff man, relay to third. You feel pretty good about cutting that guy off and keeping him from getting a triple and getting it out.
Now it's going to be Andres Jimenez. Rips that one to right. Dahl takes it in for the out. 2 down. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Kwan, in his second season, 25 years old, and he won a Gold Glove last season. Now a screamer into the outfield. He can't get there. It's a base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, base hit right field. Oh, the throw is wild.
The batter, number 1.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now Ahmed Rosario, handled by Machado. And that'll do it. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. 7th inning coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
The shortstop, Xander
Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
This one popped up. Jimenez under it. He's got it. And there's one away.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Cronenworth batting with 1 down, takes the strike.
0-1's the count.
Out to center. Straw has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
now batting, designated hitter
Matt Carpenter, the next up for the Padres.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And that one hit to first, and he picks it up in foul territory. And a pitch. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Zunino makes the grab. And the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional seventh inning stretch.
Bottom of the seventh. Now here is Miles Straw.
Guardians, the center fielder, Miles Straw.
The pitch. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Dahl makes the grab, one down.
The first baseman, number 22.
So the batting order turns over. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Lined, and that's a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And it's another double for him. His 5th hit of the game.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Mike Zunino. Line drive, base hit. They won't risk the send. Runners at the corners now with one away.
I mean, come on. Have a game. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So up next, Jose Ramirez. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that is gone. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they tack on 3. It's 25-0.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Tim Hill. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Bases empty, one away. Josh Bell, the next to hit. A switch hitter batting right. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Andres Jimenez. Into center. Grisham trying to get there. And makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Guardians put up 3 on this homer. 8th inning coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back now at Progressive Field. We're at the top of the 8th. Stepping in for San Diego, Austin Nola. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
These guys have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
0-2 now. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Kim now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his second strikeout.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Dahl in the box again, takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Popped up to the left, into foul ground, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Here in Cleveland, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Hill back to work. Ripped on a line. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. Oh, he throws it away.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now the right fielder, Oscar Gonzalez.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing.
Over to Kim. One. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
2 outs, base is empty. Ahmed Rosario digs in for the Guardians. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. Into center and a base hit.
Couple of singles back to back. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
And up next for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. Smoked on the ground a second. Throw over to Cronenworth, and that is the inning. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. Welcome back. We go to the 9th. So digging in now for San Diego, Trent Grisham. The wind and the pitch. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. 0-1 now. And that one wrapped foul.
He's begging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Swings through that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Righty delivers. Got him swinging.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. Onto the home run porch and left, gone. He sends it out of here, and they cut into the deficit. It's 25-1.
He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
So 2 down, and here is Xander Bogaerts. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. And the pitch. And now 1 strike away. Got him. And that'll do it.
Well, this guy was dominant all game long. He had the stamina, and he was efficient with his pitches, getting all the way through this one for a complete game. He gave up 1 run, but when you look at it, an excellent performance. And more importantly, his team got the win.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 58 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Lounging around with my crew just chillin'. I'm wearing black and white, but I ain't no villain. When all of a sudden I get this rumbling feeling. It's my stomach, it's telling me I need to be grillin' some hamburgers, you know, that big fat and juicy. The ones that be having you licking your lips profusely. And when you take a bite, you no longer feel down. Cause with that taste of perfection in your mouth, you can't frown. Life's so good when you're eating a burger. It's so unhealthy, it's like artery murder. But you don't even care cause it tastes so good. It's like
hamburger, hamburger, hamburger,
yum.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Big Mac, Whopper. Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.